you were ordered to post a bond and you didn't. $1,000 bond was expected to be paid within 48 hours. Now, even though you were supposed to do it within 40 hours and you didn't, okay, the fact that you showed up here again.
Once again, your court staff is amazing. They have allowed him to pay just the one that is suspending him. And also, on top of that, Judge, there is a price reduction and amnesty, so he's getting a big break in the fine as well.
Is that Mr. Myrick?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, Mr. Myrick, good morning. I've got this set for a pretrial. Now, I have a note here that said that you were not interested in court-appointed counsel, which is fine. So basically, at this point in time, it's a pretrial. So I would set you up with a breakout room with the prosecutor to see, what if they have any offers or what their story is. I just want to make sure when you go in there, like you don't have an attorney with you and they're the attorney on the other side. They may give you an offer that you like, and that's fine. But I just want to make sure that that at any point in time, if you don't like the way the conversation is heading, if you change your mind and you do want to come back and ask for an attorney, just come back and let me know. Okay.
Okay. Before I get into the breakout room, Your Honor, I do want to address we are in the pretrial stage, and in the arraignment stage, I was entered a plea involuntarily. So I would love to have an ample amount of time to draw a meaningful defense. If anything, there was some questionable things that the last judge mentioned that I haven't found at all as far as a statutory jurisdiction. But I would like to have time to draw a meaningful defense as well.
Okay, so do you not want to meet with the prosecutor then?
Well, I don't think it's completely prudent right now, simply because we haven't technically went past the arraignment stage of this process. I feel as if my due process has been violated. Fifth and 14th Amendment. I didn't enter a plea, and here we are in pretrial. So I would like to kind of digress a little bit and have at least enough time to develop a meaningful defense.
Okay, I guess I'm a little confused. So you had an arraignment date, and
Yes.
at that arraignment date, did you refuse to enter? Did you refuse to enter a plea? Because that's the time where a plea of some sort has to be entered. So at that point in time, did you, of your own volition, say, I'm not saying anything at all?
Well, that wasn't totally the case, but I didn't have understanding of what court I was in. And I didn't understand if it was a criminal jurisdiction, civil jurisdiction. And based on the at least the federal laws for sure, we didn't come up to an understanding. So
okay, so were you in? So just so I understand, were you in custody at the time you were arraigned? Were you in custody?
No, sir.
Okay, so how did you know how to even zoom in and get here?
Say that again, Your Honor.
How did you know, like, for the arraignment, like, oftentimes when there's an arraignment, that happens when someone's been arrested and they're sitting in custody, okay, or if they've received a ticket or some sort of notification. So you just said to me that you didn't even know what court you were in. So I just want to know, like, how did you know how to get here? How did you know how to zoom in? Because the Zoom information contains all of our like what court it is, what magistrate, like all of that's contained in there. So I just how did you know otherwise?
No, I did receive a ticket, and I got notice. But what my issue was appearing here on special appearance today, and I needed to get understanding of what jurisdiction I was in.
Okay. All right. So because I definitely want to make sure that people know where they're supposed to be. So I think I'm looking at the same ticket that you had. So it says on the ticket, 44th District Court, Royal Oak. And then the court address is on there. And then you said that you received notice. So the notice that went out, it would have had the Zoom instructions. Again, Mr. Myrick, as you can imagine, we are, I'm always very concerned in making sure people have the proper notification and all that. So it does
Yes, sir.
appear that, I mean, you're here a second time. The only
Yes,
thing
sir.
that I was, now looking at the file here, you were ordered to post a bond and you didn't. Now, that was, I'm reading the notes here. It says there was a bond of 1,000 cash surety, no 10%. So $1,000 bond was expected to be paid within 48 hours. Now, Mr. Meyer, we're here today. You showed up on time. So one of the reasons that a bond is ordered is one, for the safety of the community, and two, to a secure appearance. Well, you come here a second time, and so I am very comfortable that you are going to continue to show up. So I, at the very least, for you, Mr. Myrick, today, as long as you continue to abide by the expectation that you'll show up, and you have twice now, I'm going to actually amend that bond. So that even though you were supposed to do
Thank
it
you,
within
Your
40 hours and you didn't, okay, the fact that you showed up here again, at least to me, is enough evidence to suggest that I can count on your appearance going forward. So
Thank you, Your Honor. That's righteous.
I'm going to amend bond to a personal bond. Okay, remember, that's not a cash bond. It's just your personal promise that you'll continue to show up for court dates as you have so far. So
Yes, sir.
I'll amend this to a 1,000 personal due to defendant's multiple on-time appearances.
And what I'm ultimately asking, Your Honor, is that if I can have more time to I don't have any discovery. I don't have any. I don't have what I need to assess to move forward. So if I can have more time,
I have no problem adjourning. I have no problem adjourning the pretrial so that you could do some more information gathering.
yes, sir.
Just to let you know, Mr. Myrick, again, like our court, as you can imagine, with 696-75 Woodward, we have a lot of traffic misdemeanors that come through this court. And one of our signature programs that we've been doing for the last 8 years is, trying to really help people, because I would imagine that you pay attention to the challenges of the Metro Detroit area and public transportation issues and people's ability to get around, and how many people over time have got themselves in the cycle of they have to drive, but they pick up a ticket and they can't pay that ticket, so the license gets suspended and they get stuck in the cycle forever and ever and ever. Okay.
Yes,
Well, in our Operation Drive program, what we've done over the last, now we're in the last 8 to 10 years, we're keeping stats since March of 2016. So in the last 9 years, we're over 1,700 licenses restored. So like, that's something that we try to do, is make sure that we inform, educate, get people the information that they need, which, Mr. Myrick, you could probably imagine, for years and years, the court system hasn't been great about letting people know even where to start, how to get their license. So
yes,
in
sir.
the meantime, while you're doing your investigation, I at least want to let you know, bear with me. I just have to, I'm just
Yes,
looking
sir.
at what's on your record so that you can at least know, because some people don't even know like where to start, how to go, or what
Yes,
to
sir.
do. And the
And
law
I
has
greatly appreciate you.
and the law has changed in a significant way. It used to be that every single little ticket that you'd get would suspend your license. Now it's only a couple tickets here and there that do that. So okay, so
I'm very honored, Your Honor, to be in your courtroom. I think you're the one that I've heard so much good news about, goodwill and good-hearted judge, that assists the public, to opposed to the opposite. So I truly appreciate your efforts here. Thank you very much.
well, you're welcome. So all right, so just to give you a heads up, I mean, I would imagine that over the time, because I mean, to be fair, it's been a while since you had a license.
Yes.
that there might be, this idea that there's a ton of tickets that are holding you up. There's actually only two tickets. Only two tickets that are actually suspending your license. There's one no proof insurance from like 2005, and one from 2000. That one's in Detroit. Okay. Now you might have a number of tickets in Detroit, but basically now you can be surgical in your approach. Instead of having to pay the whole boat, you can pick the one that is suspending your license.
Yes,
Now
sir.
you'll have to ultimately pay them all, but as you know, Mr. Myrick, it's a lot easier to pay off tickets if you have a job that you can get to reliably without having to pay for Uber, Lyft, all that kind of stuff.
Yes, sir.
And so, or looking over your shoulder all the time, rolling the dice.
Yes, sir.
And so, what we try to do is let's get in there, make a surgical approach, take care of the tickets that are actually suspending you.
Yes, sir.
And then you can get about the business of taking care of the other ones, once you get your feet underneath,
Yes, sir.
So it's there's a 2005 no proof insurance out of Detroit and a 2009 out of Allen Park. Now, if those two are taken care of, all that's left is a 125 reinstatement fee with the Secretary of State.
Oh, wow.
So you've got those two, all right. The 125 reinstatement Secretary of State. Now, since you haven't had a license in a while, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You're going to have to take the written and road test again. But again, after all this time, after all this, energy and frustration with the process to have to sit down and take a written test, I mean, Mr. Myrick, obviously you are aware of your rights and you know how to study and do the work. You pass a written test, no problem. And then the road test, you could take that right away. So
Yes, sir.
literally, Mr. Myrick, again, I'm going to give you whatever time you need, but you're actually probably closer than you've been in 20 years to getting a license. If, again, you decide if that's a priority for you. But again,
It is, Your Honor. It is. And it has been daunting. It has been daunting.
See, I get this, and I get the sense too that so much of the frustration with the process is in so many ways justified. Because Mr. Myrick, that's what I was seeing for years. People were coming in, and basically the system turned individuals who are otherwise law-abiding, hardworking people just couldn't pay a ticket, and then made them feel like criminals, and they weren't. And so what we've been doing, and it's so funny, Miss Chappelle's here. She's one of my Operation Drive attorneys. I mean, like, that's what we do. We get people back to work. We get people back to, not walking around in a virtual prison. So,
yes, sir. Thank you very much.
So, all right. So, let me see. One piece of advice that I can give you too is you can actually look up. There's not like some secret judge website. You can actually look up and see how much the ticket is. Can you, let me do this real quick. I'm going to chat. I'm going to send you a chat right now. Just tell me if this pops up on your end. Okay.
Okay.
You just say chat. Did that come up on your end?
I did. I do see a notification. I'm going to click it right now.
Perfect. No, I mean, I just want to make sure you can see it. Okay. So
yes, sir.
If, let's see here. So the 36th District Court, the only challenge I will say though is that because Ms. Chappelle, because his tickets are from his no proof insurance is from 2005, are those going to be harder to look up because they're outside it?
The criminal matters are the 7-year. I can probably still find the 2005.
Okay, because I just want to make sure. I'm going to look this up because I want to see if we can figure out how much that ticket actually is, so that before he leaves today, you know what the.
Do you mind if I grab a pen, Your Honor, so I can take record as you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead. See, these are just to give you an idea, Mr. Myrick, this is some of the issues that we run into is because people try to track down things, and because of some age of the matters, things like that, it might not be immediately easy to discover. But I'm going to take a look just real quick at some of these outstanding tickets just to make sure. Let's take a look. Come on. Yeah, it says here. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so it only has anything. It only has. It looks like to me it doesn't have his old stuff easy to access. Um, was there a different spelling of your name ever, sir?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna. Here's what I want. I'm gonna give you. Okay. Remember when I sent you this chat? I'm gonna send you the actual ticket number. All right.
Yes, sir.
My only frustration is I can't give you the dollar amount, but traditionally, the no proof insurance, Ms. Chappelle, down at the 36, they usually been a max like 288, right?
It'll either be 288 or 336.
Okay, so there is. Did you get that chat from me right now? It should have come
Yeah.
through.
I missed the notification. Can I?
No problem. I'll do it again.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay. All right. So, um, and then I'm also gonna send you the Allen Park ticket number. Okay. And I don't know, does Allen Park have a lookup, Ms. Chappelle, at all? Do you know?
Yeah, I do. I can try to look it up for him.
So, Your Honor, are these two ticket numbers that you sent me in the chat?
The first one, so the first one I gave you, I did it on repeat. Okay. That's the 2005 no proof insurance out of Detroit. So if you
2005.
contact Detroit, give them
Uh-huh.
that ticket number and say, or if you even want to show up there, just go walk in there and say, I'm here to pay this ticket. How much is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then once you pay that ticket, then they send a clearance to the Secretary of State. Then that's one down. We got one to go. And
Yes,
now
sir.
I'm going to send you the Oak Park, or the Allen Park ticket. And Ms. Chappelle, you'll be able to see this once I send this. I'll just send this in the general chat. If you're at the. Okay. Do you see that, Mr. Myrick?
Yes, yes, sir. I do see it. I'm recording it right now.
If
And this is the 2009, right?
exactly 2009 out of Allen Park.
And there is a lookup, Judge, but I'm not finding that ticket.
Okay. So, yeah, so that's so it looks like that's the only ticket out of Allen Park. So you should be able to call up there, say, here's my ticket number. I'd like to pay this ticket. Okay.
Okay.
Now, from my familiarity, just so you know as well, like the Berkeley prosecutor, if someone is going to get engaged with our Operation Dry program, usually there's a reduction to a non-traffic misdemeanor, so it doesn't go on your record, doesn't extend it. And so, in addition to you looking into your own defenses and things like that, all the things you're doing will also put yourself in a better position to have a good resolution from the Berkeley prosecutor on this one, even if you decide, okay, well, I don't really have the defenses to this, but I definitely don't want to extend my suspension. I don't want any points to go on my record to push this out further. Okay. All right. But once those two tickets are done, then
I think I just found it, Judge.
Did you?
I think so. This 2009. Is that what we're dealing with from Allen Park?
2009. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, the system's kind of slow today.
That's all right.
All right. So there is a drive-by license, and this is the spelling of the name's accurate. It was an order of a nollie pros regarding a drive-by license suspended, but they still have a $45 fee showing. And then going back, there's 3 separate tickets. And then going back to the second ticket, because Judge, you're thinking it's an NPOI?
Yeah, it should be an NPOI.
All right. Because there
no
are
proof
tickets, all of which are showing 45s. So
really?
Yeah. So let me look at the second one. Sorry, it's taking so long.
That's all right. That'd be
All
great
right.
news because that'd be just $45.
No proof of insurance. This one was a default judgment. It is showing $45. But it is showing a bond that you posted, sir, back in 2009 of 398. I think they took that, so perhaps they applied it to that fee and they just want the 45. That may be the answer on that one.
Okay. So best case scenario, they'll let you just pay the 45. Okay. Worst case scenario, they'll want the $45 on each of the old tickets. So 135. So best case scenario, 45, worst case scenario, 135. But that's Allen Park.
Wow, that's great.
And that's 24th District Court, sir, if you're looking it up.
24th District.
And it's interesting because these are very old cases, but the close date on the third ticket is 2017. And now I'm getting error readings. So, but there's just three. Looks like you had your bond taken on the no proof because perhaps you didn't go back, and that may satisfy that.
All right. So Mr. Myrick, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to bump this out a couple weeks. You get to work chopping away at that kind of stuff. But I will say this. I only want to bump it out a couple weeks because if you get those things done, all right, I want you to come back and see me. We'll be able to run a new driving record. We'll see if by doing that, all right, that they follow through and let the Secretary of State know. Because if they take your money and they don't let the Secretary of State know, then the suspensions remain. And then we can even contact the Secretary of State and just make sure that they know, like, oh, by the way, he paid those.
Right.
And then when you come back here, you know, you can give me an update. But just know if you've paid those two tickets, you should be able to go into the Secretary of State and pay the reinstatement fee and go from there. So what do you think? A couple weeks?
A common sovereign citizen strategy is to keep challenging jurisdiction instead of dealing with the issue that actually blocks progress. Here, the conversation shifts from debating authority to solving a real obstacle. Once the focus becomes practical action instead of legal theory, the path toward resolving the case becomes much clearer.
Thanks.
Safely to say, I would say 30 days. If I can have the grace.
No problem. No problem.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate you dearly too. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right, so we'll adjourn this 4 weeks, and we'll send notice again. And then just do me a favor, Mr. Myrick, if you run into issues, I'm gonna send you our direct line here at the court.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
And for example, if you do decide if you're running into issues, I certainly can connect with Mr. Angot, Ms. Chappelle there. Mr. Angot's our MIDC coordinator. I know that you initially were not inclined to go with assigned counsel, but what Ms. Chappelle is doing today is exactly what would be done. So if you just reach out to us, let us know, like if you're running into brick walls and you say, like, I would like an attorney attached to this case, then call us and we'll get it done. So here's the number directly.
Yes, sir.
I just sent it to you. I can just give it to you. It's 248-246.
No, I'm in the chat, Your Honor. I see it. 248.
246-3651.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I look forward to seeing what you can get done, Mr. Myrick. Again,
Yes,
I could tell you are a person of conviction and that you are willing to do what it takes, but certainly have been very frustrated by the way in which the process has worked for the last 20 years. So let's see if we can change the narrative here, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I really appreciate that. That makes my heart sing. Thank you.
Good luck to you, sir. We'll send you a note. See you in 4 weeks.
Thank you.
Take care. Mr. Myrick, real quick, did you have any luck with Allen Park?
I called Allen Park, and what I could clear up, which was it was a remainder of a portion of the $45 that you mentioned, but there are two other tickets that totaled up to about a little bit over $600 that I just didn't have. I took care of Detroit though.
So
and they didn't have a payment plan for me, so I would have got something, but
obviously my frustration in hearing this, so did they let you pay the $45 fee on the no proof insurance or not?
Yes,
Okay, well
yes.
then, when was this, by the way?
Uh, I don't have any record on me. The next day that after our last court date, I was down at the 36th district and talked to Allen Park that same day. I just didn't have over $600.
Yeah, no, I mean, but what's interesting though is so courts are supposed to allow people to pay. We received some direction from our our administration. We've always done it this way. We've always done it this way at this court, which is so like Allen Park. I figured you might have had a couple tickets, all right, but only one
Yeah.
of those tickets, as we talked about, only one of them is actually suspending you. Only one, and the direction that has been received by courts in general is if someone has that one ticket, you should let them pay that ticket first so they can get their license cleared.
They
And
told me
so
I had to pay them all in full. No payment plan, nothing.
they said you got to pay the whole $600 before they give you your clearance.
It was actually 640 some odd dollars that I had to come up with that day, which I just didn't have.
That is
I asked
frustrating.
them their
That is
payment plan, and they said no. I had to pay in full. So
that is frustrating beyond measure. Like this is why people give up. This is why we work so hard in our program. Mr. Steinberg will tell you, he's seen us, and we try. Sir, I try to get to the other courts. I present on this at judges conferences. I'm like, listen, this is a better way. Just leaving keeping people in a hole unnecessarily. No one wins. Like no one wins. And
yeah, I even expressed to them. I mean, the old how old we both talked. The clerk and I talked about how old the tickets are, and there should be some type of payment plan, or I would have thought that they would allow for tickets so old to at least get the ball rolling, and I can make payments.
wait,
But
did you talk to them after we talked? Did you
unfortunately,
talk, Mr. Myrick? Did you talk to them like shortly after we talked?
the next
Okay.
day.
Okay. So this is the 24th District Court. 24th District Court, I just went to their webpage, 24th District Court offering amnesty program. So it started after that you talked to them.
Wow.
Wednesday, March 19th through Wednesday, April 30th. The 24th District Court will be holding an amnesty program for delinquent cases. For a limited time, the court will waive all late fees, including the $30 default fee, 20% late fee, $40 show cause fee, and the $40 warrant fee to reduce violations to their original amounts.
Is that effective now? Because it certainly wasn't effective when we spoke.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm guessing if you talk to them, I'm sharing you my page right now. This is the notification that I went when I went to their page. And it said Wednesday, March 19th. So that
Talked
started
to
after
them
you went down
literally
there.
the next day.
And no one told you? That's so like no one bothered to say, oh,
No,
by the way,
absolutely not.
by the
I have my receipt from 36th district.
oh, by the way, we have an amnesty program starting tomorrow.
This this is my receipt from the 36th district.
Because
Wow.
Mr. Myrick, literally that's it. It's just that Allen Park suspension, and you're good to go.
Could you tell me what that is specifically? Because they only gave me the total number. I mean,
Yeah, let me see
if it's less than $600, then I could potentially come up with that.
let me see if I can look it up for you. Okay, hang tight for me real quick.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Davenport, could you please join room number 1?
Join.
Yep.
Thank you.
Frankly, I'm quite confused. So when I'm reading from Allen Park, so here, I'll give you the lowdown. Let me share. So if you go to the 24th District Court, okay, you go to their page, you could do a case search, just put your name in there, okay? And this is what comes up. So let's see if I can share this.
Can
Okay.
can I grab a pen, Your Honor, so I can
Sure.
take note of it?
Yeah, of course, of course.
Okay. Because, I mean, this is my receipt from 36th District, and
I believe you on 36 because I got nothing on 36 District Court that's suspending your license, so you don't have to worry about. I believe you that you went down there because I'm looking at your record right now and there's nothing. So there's literally nothing here from the 36th District. You have one suspension and it's Allen Park. Now, when I look at this, it says status closed and it says just the $45 fee. And now there's 3 of those. All right. Now the one that's suspending your license is this one right here. Your balance is $45. It says it's closed. Your total due is $45.
Can you expand it, Your Honor? I'm on this little phone. How about this? Can you read the case number off to me?
Here, let me. I can. Let me. Bear with me 1 second. All right. Let me message it to you. Okay. So.
Okay.
There are 3 $45 fees. Those files all are closed. And so I don't know what they were telling you at the Allen Park Court, but that's their records say like $45 balances. It looks to me like one point in time you paid a $398 bond back in 2009.
I did.
All right. You might not have shown up and then they took that money. So they've got a bunch of your money already. And so my hope would be is that this $45 is all you got left. So here, watch the chat here. I'm going to send this to you right now. Okay.
Yes, sir.
It'll take me just a second. Okay, 1, 6, 6. Did you get it? So screenshot that.
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to go back to that page real quick. Okay, so if you do even a Google search for the 24th District Court and you select their case search and you put your name in, you'll get 3 tickets. All of them say closed. All of them say $45 balance. Now, what I see here is they have an option. Like if you see the case details,
thank you.
do you see this? So it's hard for me to zoom in anymore. But if you hover over where it says balance, there's a little credit card. It says make a payment. And you should be able to make the payment online. Okay.
And it doesn't specify how much it is. Is it? I'm sure that's not the whole $600.
Well, I don't see anything that says $600. I don't see anything. When I review this, I'm going to go back to the regular case search. I put your name in there, and these matters say closed. They don't say warrant. They don't say anything like that. So maybe I'll check this OT. This is a driving while license suspended. Look at it, says order of nollie pros entered.
Wow. She did not give me that information. I mean, if it was $100, $150, I would have taken care of it because
right there, look
I
at
paid
that.
100.
I'm not picking the wrong ones. I mean, that's your name. It's an Allen Park case. These are the
Yes, sir.
order of nollie pros, which means that that's basically a dismissal. They still have the clearance fee on there of $45, but like I would be concerned that the traffic misdemeanor would be the one that would cost like $600. But this here says the traffic misdemeanor was nollie pros or dismissed. So I don't know who you were talking to or what they were saying.
That's not the information that I was giving her.
I mean, unless there's a different name that I don't. This is it. So I put your name. There are 3 results. They all say closed. They all say $45. So why don't you try this out? Okay. See if you can pay the $45, and then we could find out. I can bump this over a couple weeks if you'd like.
Yes, sir.
And basically, go online. If you pay this ticket, let us know, and then obviously we can run your record here as part of your file, and I can tell you whether they cleared it or not.
Yes, sir. I would have taken care of it that day if they would have told me what you're giving me right now. I mean, I don't even. That's not even remotely close to what they were giving me when I called.
Mr. Myrick, this is.
I didn't go to Allen Park. I actually gave them a call. So.
This is what we do at this court, because there are so many, in my opinion, there are so many people in our community that want to get a license the right way. And unfortunately, the way the system has been set up for decades, people lose hope. They just give up because no one actually sits down and says, if you do this, and think about it, what we just had, this is a simple conversation. Simple, you know? Yes. But yeah, so why don't you do me a favor then? Why don't you try this out, and you can log back in this morning if you want and give me an update. Do you think you can try to get the $45 done this morning?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Okay. So try that out. Go to the website, try to pay through the website, that particular ticket that I sent you. Okay.
And give me the website again, Your Honor, one more time.
Sure. So
I won't rely honestly, on my memory
the only way that I found it is here.
Did you just simply Googled?
Yeah, let me share with you one more time. Okay. So I Googled, look at Allen Park District Court, 24th District Court. If you look under the heading 24th District Court, there's case search. Click on case search. Okay, you'll see a heading here for case search. You click on that. You put your name, last name, first name.
And case search.
And then you search it. All right. The one that in particular is suspending you is the middle one. I mean, to close it out make sense to close them all out, but the one for sure that's suspending you is that middle one, ends in C. There's a little thing that says make a payment. Click on that. Make sure to put your traffic ticket in there. I mean, and basically,
and that's the number that you gave me in chat.
Yep.
That's the number that you gave me in the chat. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And so I'm here all morning, so I'll just wait. If you want to log back in and give me an update how it goes, we can.
Yes, sir.
And then I can have my court administrator double check and make sure that it got cleared.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
All right. So I'm here. So go ahead and log off and give it a shot and let me know. Yes,
sir. You're amazing, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
All right. Take care. Good luck, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. 25-00183 People versus Myrick.
Your Honor, Elizabeth Chappelle on behalf of Kamosh Myrick. Sir, if you could state your full name for the record.
Kimash Myrick, for the record.
Sorry about that, sir. Your Honor, date and time set for a pretrial in this matter. I have spoken to Mr. Myrick regarding the charge, the penalty, as well as his rights. He understands those. He also understands the plea offer, which he would like to avail himself, and that is to plead down to one count of allowing an unlicensed person to drive. We have already identified the ticket that is causing the suspension. Once again, your court staff is amazing, and Ms. Bonet reached out to the court, and they have allowed him to pay just the one that is suspending him. And also, on top of that, Judge, there is a price reduction and amnesty, so he's getting a big break in the fine as well. So as soon as we get off the Zoom, he's going to go ahead and pay that ticket, but he'll still need to take the written-in road. So I'd like you to take him into Operation Drive with us.
No problem. Listen, from the very first time I met Mr. Myrick, there was, there was just, that real frustration that so many people that we work with have, because they've experienced just brick wall after brick wall after brick wall, and not information and encouragement, but just like prejudgment and making the determination that, okay, well, because of this they just don't want a license or they don't deserve a license, and the court system is for many years, Ms. Chappelle, we've seen it a lot of times with the laws that were in place and the way the court treated this. We turned people who are not criminals and made them, feel like criminals. And so I was so grateful when Mr. Myrick and I started talking that he could at least see that this court was a different place. We operate differently. I think by doing so, we've been wildly successful in really helping people turn their lives around and reminding people that they're people and that our goal is to meet them where they're at and try to figure out how to push forward. And so it's been, for me, a really rewarding process. And I just hope for Mr. Myrick that together, the two of us, and obviously now bringing Ms. Chappelle in as well, the three of us, we're changing, one person at a time, how the reality is for so many people who find themselves in the court system. And the more we do this, the more we keep showing that there's a better way, a really great way to handle these things. Other courts are starting to take notice. We finally, our program, what we do, they're now, they got it going in Troy. There's one in Rochester that's getting started up. We're spreading, because when something this good happens, like we didn't know each other before this started, right, Mr. Myrick?
Right, correct, Your Honor.
And we both had to take a leap of faith. You had to trust that I was different than any other court that you had dealt with, and I had to see that I didn't have a bad guy in front of me at all. So this is exciting news. I'm so happy about this Allen Park situation. This is a sooner rather than later thing for Mr. Myrick. He's going to get his license, and it's not an if anymore. It's a when. Absolutely. So, and the good thing is that I like to fully explain this charge that you're pleading to now. Just remember, this isn't like some sort of bait and switch or anything like this. This charge does not go on your driving record. There won't be any extension of any suspension. It's a non-abstractable offense. If you actually look at the charge itself, allowing a licensed person to drive, there's no driving portion of it, so they can't use it against you. Okay?
Thank you.
All right. So, Mr. Myrick, please raise your right hand. All right. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
So help me God.
All right. Please put your hand down, sir. All right. Can you read, write, and understand the English language?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear and understand me?
Yes, sir.
Have you had a full chance to discuss this with Ms. Chappelle?
Yes, sir.
And are you satisfied with her advice?
Yes, sir.
All right. You're pleading guilty to allowing a licensed person to drive. The driving while suspended is dismissed. Allowing a licensed person to drive is a misdemeanor carrying with it. And these are maximums. Once you get your license, I don't go anywhere near this. Maximum possible fine of $500 plus costs and up to 93 days in jail, all at this court's discretion. Before you enter a plea, you should understand you have the right to represent yourself or be represented by an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you at public expense. We have the right to a trial, either by me or by a jury. At that trial, you'd have the right to confront, cross-examine, question all all witnesses brought against you. You'd have the right to have the court subpoena witnesses on your behalf. You'd have the right to testify if you wanted to, remain silent if you wanted to, and no one could say anything about you remaining silent. As you appear before this court, you're presumed innocent of this charge, and your guilt has to be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. Sir, do you understand that once you enter a plea, you give up all those rights that I just said that you'd have at a trial?
Yes, sir.
Once you plead guilty, there'll be no trial. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Anybody promise you or threaten you in any way other than the reduction in charge?
No, sir.
It's your own choice to do this?
Say again, sir.
Sure, it's your own choice, your own free choice to do this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. It's real simple. January 22nd of this year, 2025, were you in the city of Berkeley?
Yes, sir.
And did you allow an unlicensed person to drive your vehicle, that person being you?
Yes, sir.
All right. Satisfied, Mr. Chappelle?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
I too am satisfied the plea is knowing, voluntary, and accurate. I will accept the same. All right. So just so I know, so I can set the next review date. So he'll do the written and road, but he did have a license before, so they won't make him wait. They won't make him wait the 30 days.
No, he's going to start that process of looking into that next week. He
Okay.
wants to get this done. He's a realtor, Judge, and he needs, it's spring and all the houses are going up for sale.
Absolutely.
We don't want him to get behind in the, making money for that. So he's motivated to get this done.
I actually think, Mr. Mike, you'd be very obviously I didn't know your profession, but I feel like that you would be very good at that. Do you enjoy that profession?
I do, Your Honor. I'm just getting ramping up, and I just love to work with people, and of course, real estate is a big choice and big goal, and so it's a big honor for me to help people reach their goals.
Well, you get it then. You get what it's like to see somebody have a goal and a dream and be a part of their opportunity to realize that.
Yes, sir.
I'm really excited about this, Ms. Chappelle, on a number of levels. I'm so grateful for you for sticking with Mr. Myrick and getting him all the information he needs, and for Mr. Myrick, sort of believing in what this court had to offer,
Yes.
because it's going to happen. So I'll bump this out. 45 days, Ms. Chappelle? You think you'll have it by then?
And Mr. Myrick, nothing pending here is going to prevent you from doing what you want to do. So even though he puts it out 45 days, you'll probably come in with a valid license next time we see you.
Yeah, that is absolutely the goal.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Thank you,
All right. It's great to see you, Mr. Myrick. I've enjoyed all of our conversations, and I'm looking forward to our last one where we talk about you having a license. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good to see you.
I really appreciate you, Honor. You're the greatest. You're absolutely the greatest. And I can't say enough about you. I don't even want to be in tears right now, but I really appreciate you.
Well, you're welcome, Mr. Myrick. And just, there'll be other, I tell people all the time, if you ever hear family members or friends or people who are struggling, just remind them, there's all these clinics that are out there now. The days of being hopeless and lost, we've done a lot of work in changing the laws. We've been trying to change the court system as best as we can. There are people who are still hopeless, and we just spread the word like, hey, it happened for me. It can happen for you too.
The world needs more of you, for sure.
That's for sure.
All right. Take care, sir. Thank you. Have a great day. I'll see you soon. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Many sovereign citizen cases follow a familiar pattern. The person believes the biggest battle is proving the court lacks authority. But this hearing shows that the larger risk often comes from overlooking practical solutions while pursuing legal arguments that do not change the case's position. Throughout these hearings, the defendant repeatedly raised questions about jurisdiction, due process, and the court's authority. Those arguments did not disappear, but they slowly stopped being the center of the discussion. Instead, the focus shifted toward identifying the actual barriers preventing progress. Once specific records, ticket balances, and license requirements were examined, the case became less about legal theory and more about solving concrete problems. That change matters because courts generally respond more positively when someone works within the legal process instead of treating every step as a constitutional dispute. Credibility grows when a person demonstrates cooperation while still protecting their legal rights. It becomes easier for the court to consider alternatives, grant additional time, or support practical resolutions when the record shows consistent participation. Another important lesson is that accountability does not always mean immediate punishment. Sometimes accountability means accepting accurate information, correcting misunderstandings, and taking the next lawful step. Those decisions may seem small, but they often produce far bigger results than continuing an argument that has already reached its legal limit. For viewers, the biggest takeaway is simple. In court, the strongest strategy is usually not the loudest legal claim. It is identifying the issue that actually controls the outcome and addressing it before it grows into an even larger problem. Sometimes the most important courtroom victory begins long before the final ruling.